Hi, this is Monday in the Studio. Mitts. This is Tom and Heather from Shadowfields.
And please like, subscribe, and share our channel. We'd love for you to do that and click that notification bell so you can be connected anytime we go live. And I'm here in the studio. This is like the
Yeah,
first
it's
time
been a
in a
while.
month. It's been
Yep,
a
it's
month,
been a while.
and I miss the girls, but and the guy.
I think
But
he was
it's
probably
good to be back.
you know, sad for him, but
I know.
he's the least of the special people right now.
I know. I've been sending Elizabeth all these pictures of when she was a baby, and she said, "Oh, I've made clones of myself." So, and they do look an awful lot alike. But I know that Rob has some part in this, so I think some part of the kids will obviously look like him. But they're supposed to be identical, so maybe they're just all
Do
like
they look?
mini hers.
Do they look identical?
Sometimes completely yes, and then other times no. I think because you can see somebody's disposition in their face.
And how
And
would you
what
describe their dispositions?
one looks like, kind of soft and, demure and, like I'm weak, help me. And the other one looks like, she doesn't really, she's gonna do whatever she wants to do.
Which
Pretty
one's
much.
which? Or you not
I
want to
can't
say?
say that. I can't say that. No.
Okay. Well, hi,
Hey,
Steve.
post.
Hi, Tony. Hi, Dave and Shirley. And
Oh, hello everybody. I didn't even see that.
I can't believe George
Is
is laying down instead of watching us.
I don't know why George the dog is not hanging out with us and asking
I
questions.
don't know. I don't know.
Um,
But it's been a couple months since we've been together.
just a month. I know it feels like it's been so long without me, but it has only been a month.
You think so?
I know. So I left on. Oh, I
But I
see what
don't
you're
think we
saying.
had
I
any
think what you're saying
mitts
because
or
I
anything like
was
that.
gone from December 22nd to this past Saturday.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we didn't have a couple, and then we had one, and then mitts, and then I was gone for 3 weeks.
Yep. Okay. But now we're back.
Now we're back. Now what are we
Yeah.
gonna do?
Well, tonight it's going to be all about Heather.
No, you've got to show your new gear.
Uh,
Okay.
Show and tell time.
Yeah. So first of
Well,
all,
first off, what are you drinking tonight?
it's the same thing that I always drink.
Same with me.
Did someone buy you that? You did not buy that yourself. Was that a gift for the holidays? Maybe. Yes, Kurt. Did Kurt get that?
I think
for you?
Kurt gave this to me.
Mm-hmm. Our
Yeah.
friend Kurt.
Yeah, I was trying to think.
He treated you nice.
Yeah.
Yes. That's good.
I told him I'm trying not to be an alcoholic, so he got me some alcohol.
He's alcohol's poison.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Okay, so I want you to just remember, everybody that's online, please go get the gear. Just want to make sure that you know that you're going to have to up the count on a get our fake drums. Okay, what do we got?
Okay, so we actually have two of these, and they are ribbon microphones. I wanted to have a stereo pair, and now I have a stereo pair. And these are
for drums.
No.
What are these for?
They're ribbon microphones. They're very nice. I've used these on cello.
Yes,
it was the number one thing on cello.
Mm-hmm.
It might be very nice on violin as well.
It's nice and shiny.
These are made by Alder Audio. A guy named Tyler makes these, and he's in Michigan.
Nice. So that's the second one. You've already purchased one.
Yes.
Me too, Steve. I'm having iced tea. Iced tea with lemonade.
Okay.
Oh, is it sweet tea, Steve, or is it unsweetened?
I like sweet tea.
Yeah. Sometimes it can get like overly sweet. Southern tea is really sweet.
This big box here.
What is it?
Well, this I've been on some forums asking some guys, when I do drum recordings, I want to have a different room sound.
Mm-hmm.
I typically throw a couple microphones out here, spaced pair, and it works out well.
Right.
But I wanted to have like a dedicated microphone that was the main thing it's great at.
Mm-hmm.
And so people start giving me ideas. That's why I originally bought the other ribbon microphone, because I thought I'll use those.
Yes.
But then some other people said, hey, in that same price range, you could get a Vanguard V44S.
No.
What is that?
That's
It's a
incredible.
stereo microphone. So there's all kinds of goodies in this box. It's a very nicely done box.
Does it have any popcorn in there?
Almost should be, right?
Now this box is a really nice box. This isn't a cheap box. It's really nice pine.
And they
nice,
did all the
those
the
little
fingering
notches,
on the corners and stuff like that. So this being a stereo microphone, it's very, very interesting. It's also probably one of the prettier microphones that we have.
Look at that.
This is called Pinot Noir. Is the if you had it in the right light, yeah. It looks brown here, but it's not brown. It's actually
like a Cabernet color.
Yeah. So, Cabernet goes bad when it's brown. But anyway, and the top turns.
Switch, there's a little switch.
So
there.
You can have different patterns on the top and the bottom, and then it comes out here as two different microphones. This is basically two microphones in one.
No, not two. Two for one.
Yeah, pretty incredible. So
Pat,
we haven't even heard it yet.
No, and by the way, this has just arrived today.
Yes.
So you are all in the know of just.
I just took it out.
Took it out of the box. So you were part of history.
Yes.
I just want you to know.
I don't know what number this is. This could be 51. It could be 52. I have no real idea at this point.
I think it's 50. Oh, no. It couldn't possibly be. No, I think it's 52.
I'll total them up later or something like that when you're sleeping. And we'll go from there.
Okay.
So
I have some news though.
Okay.
I won. First of all, my team won last night.
Your team?
I mean, I only watched the Super Bowl if I watched the Super Bowl, but my team did win.
Your team.
Right, because I had to choose a side when I was at the place that I was at last night.
Did they call you and ask you who to hire and who to let go and
all that conspiracy theory stuff? No.
I'm just wondering if, when people say my team, I always expect, well, are they really your team? You may like them, but they're
all my billionaires and millionaires. Yeah, it's my team.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. But I don't hardly ever win anything. And I won on the third quarter pool. I had put 5 squares down. Is it betting? Is that what it is? It's betting. But I won. I can't believe it. I won. And not only my team won, but I won.
How much did you win?
$100.
Is that going into the studio?
Oh my gosh.
I thought
no, it is not. It's coming back to me. I'm poor right now after all.
I see.
I don't have a job. Okay. Yes. Oh yes. Pat's all excited because he is there's some really nice drum mics that you got. So this is serious business.
I have a lot of very nice drum mics.
Yes.
I'm a geek about drums. Drums are the funnest thing to record.
Yes.
Because they're
challenging too.
They're a challenge because you have to make these 14 to 16 to 18 microphones all phase align in such a way that it's going to give a cohesive sound.
Yeah.
So the drums don't sound wimpy or anything like that. And you could screw up with just one microphone. It could sound terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a challenge, but it's lots of fun.
Yes.
I enjoy that. All right. We have some big news. We have a couple big events coming up soon.
We do. Yes.
In April.
Yep.
We are going to be in Michigan. So anybody watching this from Michigan in the Grand Rapids area.
Yep. On April 6th.
April 6th, we're going to be at the Stray. It's a ticketed concert with 2 other bands.
Yep.
It's a cool place, and they have a fantastic sound engineer. What was her name? It started with an M.
Mandy or something like that.
Yeah.
But we'll be the headliner on the show. And also we're going to be at a place called the Bunker Live out in St. Charles. We can have a small audience of 8 people. So just let us know
if anybody's around that
would
wants
like to come It's a very, you can ask questions. You can't harass us or anything, but you can ask questions,
You
which might be
can't
the same thing.
you
I
can't
don't
say,
know.
"Whoa, that so how much do you guys suck?" Or right?
What?
That'd be
Oh,
like
no,
Tony.
no,
He'd
no.
be
Well,
like,
I know.
"Well,
Tony
that."
can't come. Okay. So, Tony, the one in St. Charles will be on the 11th. So it's Thursday the
11th of
11th,
April.
and it starts at 8:30, and they'll have beer and water and soda there. No food, but if you want to come, just you guys get the first dibs on it. So let me know if you're interested in coming out to see us. We're gonna have 8 of us. 8 of you are allowed to come. So just let
Okay,
me know.
it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's a recording thing, so it's all headphones, and it's like in a studio.
Hmm.
Everybody throws on headphones, and we just record
It's gonna be live,
live.
bunker live.
So we're going to start rehearsing
Hmm.
very soon.
So Tony's gonna be in Alabama for a
A comp?
competition.
Oh, I can't believe it.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if anybody else can come, please let us know.
Okay.
All right. Now what do we got?
We need to get in all about Heather.
Oh!
Last time we were actually together in the studio, which was
Mhm.
probably December or something
Yes.
like that. We did a little thing about my early career, and I even played one of my earliest songs that
Yeah.
I wrote with my first band in high school, where we were offered a recording contract.
Right.
So, beat that.
I can't believe you're gonna say that.
No,
I
I'm
had
just
4
teasing.
children.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, what do you want to know?
Well, we have a little slideshow to go along with this that you can tell us. All right. First off,
Okay. Yeah.
your earliest remembrance of music in your life, what would that have been?
My dad worked at a local college, and he took us over to watch. It was, Rochester, New York is a big, a big, like, orchestra, symphony, theater, opera
They're in the
town.
arts.
Completely. And so we went to the Eastman Theater a lot, but I was the youngest of 4. I was dragged around everywhere. And so if my dad and mom wanted to go someplace, all 4 of us kids had to go. So
So
I
at
remember
that
just,
time you had a drug problem because you were drugged
yeah, I
around.
was drugged. I was dragged around. I'm working on English. Okay. So yeah, we had lots of friends that would invite us to their homes, and their kids would play instruments. My sister played instruments, her flute at the house. Yeah, so me partaking was a very, very young child.
What age would you think that you started having any
Oh,
knowledge of
very, very
music?
early, very, very early, very early.
Give me
Like 4. I mean, we're talking 4 and 5-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. And by the way, since my dad was a teacher at college, I think, and he had friends that were graduating. I can't even tell you how many graduation ceremonies I have been to. All I know is that I have heard dun 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 dun, or all those things,
Yeah.
many, many, many times. And I used to try to fall asleep on my mom's lap and stuff. I started taking piano when I was 5.
You said you never took a piano lesson.
I did. We had this woman named Kathy Frank. She had beautiful red hair. She came in and taught all of us kids.
Did she whack you with a ruler if you didn't play it right?
No, but I gave her the hardest time. I just did
That's
not
really surprising.
want to practice at all.
There is a shocker. You would not believe
I
it.
didn't want to practice. And it was at such a point, I think I got up to this is not in any way politically correct, but they had this like Indian dance song. Da, 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 da. I love that because the bottom would go
Native American.
Yes, but it was it was called the Indian dance. And I remember getting up to that point, and I didn't want to do anything else after that. To me, that was like the piece de resistance. I had achieved something. I didn't need to go any further. This was the end of the line. And the teacher went to my dad and mom and said, it's really not worth your money for you to pay to have her take lessons. And so all the other siblings.
How did I end up where I'm at today?
So there is 3 of my siblings. She would come in and she would teach them, and they're all doing fleur-de-lis and stuff. And I'm like, I don't need to do this. I was hopping around the house and, being a terrible person. But anyway, so that was it until 4th grade.
What happened in 4th grade?
Well, let's put up I guess it's not the first one. Let's not do the first one. But let's go to where I started playing rock.
I know.
Let's do the slides, but let's do the rock one.
I can only do the slides in the order that they're in.
That's what we're going to do. Okay, so we won't go to like the earliest. Okay, so here's Heather. Now, the reason why I'm so happy, that's on my brothers and sisters, and my mom. But my mom made me that dress. I am in 7th grade there.
Funny, I had the same
one. I am so happy because I think, if you remember the 1970s, these dresses were long. I was so happy. It was gorgeous. I mean, look at that dress. And it's homemade. It's stunning. I was in 7th grade and I had a flute solo, and it was Dust in the Wind. And would you bring up the next?
Yes. May I?
So this says dust on it, and the flute part, and all those are all my scritchings and stuff. This is actually from.
Were you playing the melody or were you playing the violin part?
It was.
Was there somebody singing it, or were you doing the flute as the melody?
No, there is a bit of the melody throughout this, but there's a piano playing with me, a drum. Danny Bauer is playing drums. And so there are some pieces of this that are me and the melody.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is my first, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've arrived again. So we had the Indian dance,
grade,
and this is and then this is Dust in the Wind.
Sorry.
Yeah. So you and I have some similarities. You liked Kansas. I played the flute on a Kansas song.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Ready
to
go to the next?
Yep. Oh, that's page 2. Oh. See how that's really important.
Yeah. You've arrived once you have 2 pages.
But you see the top, it says flute. That was me. And those are all my little scritching. Can you tell I'm taking it really serious though? Because there's notes all over. I'm I'm going to do this really well. Circle this. I don't even know how I would have even known. What to watch out. Every single thing is circled. Every time I play, it's circled. Okay.
Hard to say.
All right. So anyway, that was the funnest thing. That was in 7th grade.
That was your first start of
kind of even listening to. I didn't really listen to rock music or anything. It was all very much W.E.Z. listening. Barry Manilow or.
Oh, Mandy.
You came and you gave without taking. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this was, I didn't really listen to rock music at all. My brother Arthur did, and he had his own, his room, his stereo, all of that. And he was listening to things like Genesis. I had no idea what he was listening to, but you could hear it. Mm-hmm. When my parents left, he would put the music on.
Your parents didn't appreciate the music?
No, I don't think they knew what he was listening to or not listening to. But anyway, it was pretty much a house that had just Beethoven, Bach, Rachmaninoff, yeah, Tchaikovsky, all of it was classical music. That was pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you go back in time, no, the other way. We're going to back in time, but you're going to go forward with those little. Okay. I'm not in Kansas anymore. No, that's for sure. Okay, so I went to Fairbanks Road Elementary School. This was in a little farm community. And this is when I remember feeling, you know what? Someday I want to be the lead. Because Alice in Wonderland, it was played by Jennifer Holmans. And I remember going, I wanted to play John. I wanted to play Alice. So instead, I was in the chorus. So I remember, and this was actually a time when the chorus the bleachers that we were all standing on, they fell during the performance.
Oh my God. Was anybody
Yeah.
hurt?
I don't remember. I just remember it was kind of interesting that it happened.
Wow.
I think I was on the second, and everything just kind of fell.
That sounds
And,
really dangerous.
There was only like 5 as wooden little things.
It's still dangerous.
Well, it was exciting.
If you got your leg caught between them and they.
I know. Yeah, it's true. Okay, so there's Alice. Now go to the next one. I'm not going to be sharing all of them with you, but these are just like the early memories that I have. Next. Okay, this is the holiday concert. I not only was in the band, but I also was in the choir as well, the chorus as well. So this is big news. Like,
and
the
how
choir
old were
would
you
go
here?
up, and 1976, I was 10 years old.
Okay. Amazing.
Okay, go.
I was 20.
Okay, so just to yeah, you were not 20 when in 1976.
I was 15.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so go ahead.
No, wait.
Yes.
Never mind. Going on.
If you see, my name is Heather Bittner. Edna O'Neill on the top. She lived near me, on my street, and Heidi Reber was my best friend. So you had a whole bunch of flutes that were flute people we were tight.
Did you play in a marching band at all?
Mm-hmm. And I played the piccolo. I was
really.
Yep.
Those are irritating.
Okay.
They're so high and they're like right through your.
Thanks. Yeah. The clarinet, Kim Powers down there, she let me borrow her clogs. Okay, go ahead next. Just so I'm not lying, there's Heather Bittner. I was in the chorus. Go to the next page. And now you see Heather Bittner, flute. This is serious business.
You are.
I played flute until they asked me in 4th grade. This is when you get that opportunity. What instrument do you want to play? And I said I want to play percussion. And they said we don't do that until high school. And so I went, all right, I'll do the flute, because my sister played the flute. So I figured, why not? So I played the flute, and then I played it all the way through 10th grade, and then continue. And in 10th grade or 11th grade, I said, I don't want to do, I don't really want to do band anymore. And the director from the choir, the concert choir, musical theater and stuff, he grabbed me one day and said, hey, I want to see if you could, because I had tried out for a play. And he said, we have an alto that's not able to perform at this concert. Can you just jump in? And I'm like, yeah. So I sang with a whole group of people at the Eastman Theater at a Pops concert. And sight read music and was an alto. And then ever since then, he was like, hey, why don't you come over to the other side? Because you couldn't be in band and choir at the same time. You had to make your choice. Yeah, you had to make a choice in high school. And so I decided that to go this other direction. Because I did. This is me playing Robin in Godspell. I sang Day by Day, which was really fun. The whole musical.
How old
was
were you
super
here?
Fun. I would have been 17 there.
Okay.
Yeah. And then next, I was in show choir. And Jenny Holman. See, Jenny Holman's right there. She right next to me. Yeah. She was Alice. She was Alice in Wonderland.
But you were in the center of this picture.
I was tall, apparently.
Who was the guy with you?
That's Greg Hassett.
Really?
Yeah. He's a guy who's come seen us before.
Yeah. Well, I've met Greg a couple times when we've been up in Rochester playing.
Yep. So I was in show choir, and we sang things like from Evita and Cats and 42nd Street and Dreamgirls and all that kind of stuff. So we went different places, like the Fireman's Club and that kind of stuff. So Tony's Godspell was the first musical that you saw, Tony, in high school. Yeah, so that's fun. Next.
Very cool.
Next. And because I did these other things, they asked me to, I don't know why, I really like hats. We should bring back hats again. If you remember in the 1980s, you had that like really shimmery kind of shirts and stuff. Man, I'd buy all kinds of stuff. But my friends would give me clothes to wear too, which is funny. We'd all share clothes.
Really?
Yes. Okay. So in this picture,
Guys
I
don't
was
do that.
asked. No, I know. He lit. Yeah. He lit Godspell.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. So they asked me to perform a song in a theater production that they were doing. And I sang, "What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play." And so I was dressed up like that.
Very
And now
cool.
that I think about it, that was kind of a really awful thing to perform in a high school in a high school play. Anyway, so that, I mean, those are kind of my earliest kind of things. I've been, weaving around and kind of finding my way. But I was in 2 musicals. I was in show choir. I was in chorus. I was in band. I was in choruses at church. I was always really interested in playing in. Keep in mind, I'm watching, I think, probably hundreds of classical concerts. And what is the funnest place to watch? The percussion. They're like going from thing to thing. They're like doing the bass drums or kettle drums. They're doing all kinds of stuff. And that to me was interesting. I loved the triangle. I'd be listening for it, because I knew that part was coming up. Listen for the triangle.
The problem with percussion is they have to count, because they are not
What are you saying?
They are not.
What are you saying?
I'm saying because they're not in very often. So for you to go, on your snare drum and go, dun, 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 but you have to wait like 45 measures before you get to do that. So and then you're on your toes.
Have you done this? Have you played in a band before?
We've already gone through it. We're not talking about me now.
But anyway, I really loved the idea of playing and, being a percussionist and stuff. I was very bummed that in 4th grade they turned me down.
But now you've got your revenge. You have the tambourine.
Tambourine, harmonica. And I think though the most stressful percussion part is on Sleigh Ride. When they have to go. What? Yeah. You got to get it just right.
And you have to have the trumpet player that goes.
Yeah. Anyway, so those are all my early influences. I think my parents had a huge influence on me.
First record.
Classical music. My first record that I listened to.
That you owned.
That I owned. It was called Nadia's Theme.
Okay.
And it was Chuck Mangione, and it was all the songs pretty much from Chuck Mangione. It was the Olympics.
Yeah.
It was, the song that went with Young and the Restless, but I wasn't watching Young and the Restless at that point.
But were you ever watching Young and the Restless?
Later on in life, yeah.
Oh, my mom was into like General Hospital.
Yeah.
Luke and Laura.
Exactly. Now I rearranged my entire schedule at college around the Young and the Restless, and wow. I was able to graduate. I felt like that was very supremely well handled on my part.
It is 8:30.
Anyway,
we have to.
It's 8:30.
We've got to get
and
moving.
It's enough about me. But thanks for listening to.
What is this picture here?
Oh my gosh, I had to bring this because this is gear. We always talk about gear. Okay, this is a Radio Shack. It's a realistic. What's it say up there? Realistic.
You have a picture of it here.
Yeah. So I decided for a math question that I was supposed to do. It says in 1978, Radio Shack sold 55 radios, which costed $211 each, and 19 stereo cassette tape decks, which costed $121 each. How much money was paid to Radio Shack this year? And I drew that baby. Look at that. I mean, you have it. You have it right there. It's kind
of blown out.
But look at the detail on this, Tom.
That is incredible.
I was a gearhead and I didn't even know it. Wow. Look at that.
Why don't you buy some studio gear? You could buy some studio gear.
I just want to let you know that is so realistic, isn't it? Like you can see it and right? Look at all of these like
Oh,
dB gauges and all kinds of stuff. Right?
incredible. That's just
Anyway, thanks for listening to my rantings about
well. That was
the
we hardly
past.
scratched the surface because there was plenty of time between high school
Yeah.
and
now
when
we
we
were
started
just really just
working.
talking the earliest time.
Yeah, just the
but
earliest years.
yeah, but music has always been pretty much a part of me. So
And I remember being completely shocked when I found out that you played flute. I was not expecting.
well,
And then you played flute and you played it well, and I was like, "Wait a minute, you were holding out on me for
was it
years."
like 3 or 4 years? You didn't
Yeah,
know.
I had no
We
idea
were
for
we
3
were
or 4
working in the
years.
studio, and he's like, "What?" I think you had a greater respect for me.
I
I
think
think you
we
did.
were working on a song, and I was using kind of a fake flutes or something like
Mm-hmm.
that, and I think you said, "I can do that," or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or if only we had a real flute player. And
And I
then
was like, "Well, I'm a flute player."
incredible,
Yeah.
incredible.
Anyway, so that is it. Next week, we hope to be able to tell you all the great things that we're doing in the studio because I'm back and
Yes.
we got people coming in and we got some singing. We've got a new song that's got to be coming out by March 11th, I think. So we're going to be scooting to get that done. And
Yeah.
so we got a lot of stuff happening.
Got
We're
a lot
so
of stuff
happy to
going
be
on.
back. And it doesn't mean that I'm not going away again because I got to see those girls. But I'll make sure that I'm here on a Monday.
Okay. And practicing.
And practicing.
Again, this is Tom and Heather from Shadowfields. Thanks for hanging out with us for a while tonight.
Yes.
Hope you found this a little bit entertaining. And
yep. Please like, share, subscribe, and click on that notification bell to stay connected with us whenever we go live.
Yep.
So thanks so much.
We'll
Monday in the studio.
We'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.